From one who knows. Update. The No Fear Exchange and Truth. I read some posts that expressed fear about the upcoming exchange procedure. I remember back in the day when we were told to get a burner phone, drive a rented car, stay at a hotel overnight, etc. While there may have been good reasons for those safety moves, those days are over. There will be no problems with the exchange itself whatsoever. The bad guys have no chance to set up 800 #S and fake locations and all of that. There is no way that will happen. What is a bad guy to do? This is a simple answer. Since they have no chance to set up a fake exchange center, and no chance to get your money once it is in the new financial system, they have only one option left to rob you. Get your currency before you exchange it. Thus all the group scams that have showed up lately. Those who want to steal your money, yes, there are those who want to actually steal money from you, but they are very few in numbers. I would say that is the least threat you face. Why? Because they can buy a SIM from the internet way easier than stealing yours. So what are the actual threats you face? The Cabal Agenda. The actual threat is the Cabal Agenda of keeping you poor, or getting control of your money in some way. From what I can tell, it was a threefold plan. Number 1, keep you from buying currency in the first place. This was achieved by having the banks and various media outlets continually call the dinar, zim, and other currency revaluations a scam. This kept people from buying currencies in the first place and is still working on many. But, over time this phase of the plan began to lose effectiveness. Number 2, the group scam. This was a ploy to both get control of your currency and even just steal it outright. In both these cases, those who got into one of these bogus groups would not find out about their big mistake until after the GCR, when they could no longer buy currency. Either their money would be totally gone, or their payments would be severely reduced or delayed indefinitely. In the end, these people who fell for this scam would be unable to get more currency because it would be too late, and would have no control of their money whatsoever. However, this plan has run its course, even though I still see people promoting these groups as the only way to get the better rates, and some have the nerve to claim that it is the only way to get exchanged. We are now in the final phase of the Cabal Agenda. Number 3, the bank exchange vs. the exchange centers. This is the Cabal's last great effort to keep you down. At this point they were unable to stop you from buying currencies and believing in the GCR, and they were unable to gain control of the currencies you purchased through a group scam. That leaves only one option to reduce what money you get at exchange time. They only have one trick left, and that is to get you to exchange with the general everyday public, at your local bank on the corner instead of going to an off-site exchange center. As we know, the regular retail bank location will only offer street rates and no special rate negotiations. Remember that post that said, "Stop paying attention to the net for information and just go to your local bank to exchange when it is time." No doubt in my book that was the Cabal Agenda. But we know better, don't we? We know that the off-site locations are the ones that are authorized to offer the higher sovereign rates for ZIM, and humanitarian projects, etc. So the Cabal have no chance to stop us from going to the exchange centers, both off-site and designated bank locations, to get the special treatment and extra high rates. Or do they? The fear plan, their very last play, is to spread fear that you might lose your money if you don't go to a regular bank, non-exchange, location. That is actually a good move for the Cabal. Because if you go to a regular bank, you will get less and they keep you down, well, as down as they can. But is this fear justified? No, not really. The No Fear Exchange. First, let me say that those who are posting and spreading this fear are probably not Cabal, but have been affected by the Cabal fear agenda. There is actually nothing to fear. Let's think about the whole process and see just how safe it really is. Number 1, you are going to get the first 800 number to call. This number is so easy to verify because it will be everywhere, on every dinar-related website, and they should all have the same exact number. There is no way that the bad guys could change the phone number in all these places. The moment something like that happened, if it could happen, the SWAT team would swarm those who did it and they would be taken down so fast that it would make your head spin. So your first phone number to call will be very safe. Once you call the first number, you will tell them if you have ZIM, not how much you have, just that you have the currencies and especially if you have ZIM. Then you will tell them your zip code. You will then be given a couple of option locations where you can exchange. I imagine that you will be given general areas and not exact addresses. You select the location/city you want to exchange in and they give you the second number to call. Note, it doesn't matter if you say ZIM, ZIM bond, ZIM gold-backed bond, or ZIM whatever, they will know it is ZIM and will send you to the right place. Special note for ZIM, as I understand this process, this second number will be your personal number to call. No one else will be given this exact number. My guess is that when they give you the number, it is then programmed to go to the location you chose. Do not give this number to anyone. If this is set up the way I have explained it, when you call this number they will know it is you. If you give this to anyone else, the exchange center will think it is you and that could screw up your own exchange. In short, tell everyone you know about the first number, but the second number is for your eyes only. Number 2, the second 800 #/contact number to call. Once you call this second specially coded number, you will be connected to the exchange center in the area you chose. You will then give them your information, set an appointment time and then given the exact address where the secret offsite exchange center is. Keep this secret. Ask all the questions you want, so that you feel comfortable and so that you know what to bring, how to get there, who you can bring with you, and whatever else you want to know. By the time you finish this call, you should feel totally comfortable about the whole process and what you need to do next. You have 2 levels of safety here. First, if the first number was the correct one, and if it is in several well-known places on the web, that makes the second number they gave you safe as well. How could it not be? Then after calling the second location, you should have asked all the questions you had and feel comfortable that this is a valid exchange center. Then comes the next stage. The appointment. Number 3, the appointment. When you arrive at the secret offsite location, or designated bank location, you should see military types, or security people, around fully armed who are protecting the location from the bad guys. When you go into the location, you should feel very safe by number 1, what you see around you, number 2, the fact that they know who you are and are expecting you, and number 3, by the process you experience. In short, if the first number is right and checks out, that means the second number is safe as well, which means that the appointment location is valid, and then when you get there, you will know you are safe. The argument against bad exchange centers: it is so easy to debunk the evil exchange center idea. Number 1, it is easier for the bad guys to buy their own ZIM than it is to set up this elaborate exchange center scam. Number 2, if they did set up the fake offsite exchange center, it would only be running for a few minutes before the good guys swooped in and took them out. This could never happen, it is just too dangerous for the bad guys. Frankly, the bad guys could just spend $100 on one ZIM note and become trillionaires. So why would they go to all this trouble to set something up that would be stopped in a matter of hours if not minutes? So in my opinion, the bad exchange center idea just doesn't make any sense to me. No worries if you have enough money, and most all of us will, you will be on some sort of interest payment plan. You will get big money payments every 90 days for years. You could get totally wiped out of everything you have from the exchange, and be flat broke. But, that would only last 90 days until your next interest payment. Then you would be rich again. You could lose it all again, and still be rich again in 90 days. There is nothing to fear. The benevolent elders have set it up so that you can't fail. The only catch is, all this protection comes after the exchange. If you give away your currency to some fake group, or give control of your money to some group, there is nothing that the benevolent elders can do about that. But, if you hold on to your currency and get to the offsite exchange center, you have it made for life. The truth until this goes, it is hard to get accurate information about the process. However, Once you get the first number, you can call it and ask all the questions you want and get the truth. Then when you get the number for your actual exchange location, you can again ask all the questions you want about who can come with you and what to bring, etc., and again you will get the truth. Then at your exchange appointment and wealth manager appointment you can ask anything you want about trusts, and bank accounts, etc., and get the truth. Basically, once you get the first call-in number, you have access to the real truth from then on for every step in the process, and forevermore after that. Nothing to worry about. The bottom line is that there is nothing to fear. Every step of the exchange process is built for safety. The only real threat you face is loss of your currency to group scams, or reduced exchange rate due to missing out on the 800#/exchange center plan. However, that is not too bad, as even the general public will be getting very good street rates. Not what we will be getting, but way better than nothing. If you pay attention to the net for the 800 numbers, check them out on a few different websites, and then just follow the instructions, you cannot go wrong. Importantly, once the 800#s come out, they will come with a special set of very detailed and exact instructions on what to do next. Tick-tock, my friends, for our time is near. May you get everything you want and live the life of your dreams. Signed, one who knows. End report. See ichtcalls.com.